Hello, everyone. Welcome to 2D Board Gamers. My name is Dave,
And I'm Dirk.
and today we're going to do a hero review for Vision. Vision was one of the last two heroes that came in the Mad Titan Shadow Wave, and he's the has a multi-mass form similar to Shadowcats, but this was
His came first.
his came first. All right, so let's take a look at his alter ego.
So his alter ego is Vision. He is an android with 3 recovery. And then while you're in dense form, you get +2 recovery. And then while you're in intangible mass form, you get +1 hand size. And as setup, you find your mass form or your mass form permanents and put it into play. Which side face up? Intangible side face up.
Okay, we'll get to that in a minute. All right, so Vision is a 2/0/0 action. Change mass forms by flipping your mass form upgrade over to its other side once per round. So you get to flip it once per round. So unlike Shadowcat, which is every time she attacks, you're forced to flip it. The mass form is just once per turn. So we're just going to move that right there. So leave him on screen there. And then the mass form. So here's the.
So on the intangible form, it is, so this is a permanent mass form, but Vision cannot attack or defend while he's in this form, and you can reduce the amount of damage that Vision takes from each attack by 2.
Okay. And then on the dense form, while in this form, Vision gets +2 attack and +2 defense, which makes him a 2/2/2 at this point. And after you change to this form, you get the draw card.
Yep.
And Vision, he has a hand size 5. Okay. But the real hero of the deck is Vivian.
Yeah, honestly, Vivian, a lot of the builds, Vivian is a Voltron. So, but Vivian, she's a 2-cost allied. She's an android champion. She thwarts for 1, attacks for 1, has 2 health. So she's a fragile android, fragile sidekick, but Voltron. But while you're in intangible mass form, Vivian gets +2 thwart, and while you're in dense mass form, she gets +2 attack. Okay, next we've got the 616 Hickory Branch Lane. So that is the location. It is a 1-cost support alter ego action. You can exhaust this card and search your deck and discard pile for an android ally and add that to your hand. So basically, Vivian is an android, but there are a few other androids in the game. Not a whole lot, but there are others.
Okay. Then we got Solar Gym. It's a 2-cost upgrade. Vision gains the aerial trait, so then you can do all those aerial decks like we've had for Angel and
in the Angel
video.
Review. Yeah, in the Angel video, we cover a lot of those.
Yeah.
So,
but as a resource, you can exhaust the Solar Gym and generate a wild resource.
All right, next we've got Vision's Cape. So Vision's Cape is a 2-cost upgrade. It's an item, and then while you're in dense form, you gain +1 retaliate. While you're in intangible form, you gain stalwart.
Yeah,
plus stalwart.
And it's nice that it gives you something for each form,
yes,
depending on what you're in. Which is a lot of his cards are like that. All right, then we have 2 copies of Density Control. It's a superpower. Hero response. After you change mass forms, discard this card. Add a Vision event from your discard pile to your hand, and you're allowed to change forms once per turn. So that's kind of nice. You can, but you do have to discard it though.
Yeah, but I like the fact that it's on a stick because they're upgrades, so you can put them out there and just keep them out of your deck until you're ready to use them. All right, then we've got 3 copies of Solar Beam as a 3-cost event. It is a attack superpower thwart. You think they go superpower thwart, attack thwart, but okay. But as a hero action, attack if Vision's in dense form, then you deal 7 damage to an enemy. And if as a thwart, if you're in intangible form, then you remove 5 threat from a scheme. And it's any scheme. It does not have to be the main scheme.
All right. Then we got 2 copies of Super Dense Strike. It's an attack superpower. You can only play this when you're in dense mass form. And as a hero action attack, deal 5 damage to an enemy, and the attack gains piercing.
Okay. Next here, we've got the Just Passing Through. So it is a 1-cost event. It is a thwart superpower. You can play this only if you're in intangible form, but you remove... Oh, Okay, there are 2 copies of it.
Yeah.
You remove 3 threat from a scheme, and you can ignore the patrol keyword and the crisis icon.
Then we have Phase Disruption. It's a 2 cost event. It's a superpower. Play only if you're in intangible mass form. Hero action. Confuse an enemy. Choose an attachment on that enemy and that has a hero action or hero response and discard the attachment. So this is
So
really nice. This gives you sunspots of power.
Sunfire, yeah.
Sunfire.
And so, and it's actually really cool because if you're playing an aggression deck, you can actually play both of them.
Sure.
In case you need, if you need a lot of that.
But it's really nice getting rid of some
Yes.
of those annoying attachments.
All right, then we've got Mass Increase. It is a 1 cost event. 1 copy of this. It's a defense superpower. You can only play this if you're in dense mass form. But as a hero interrupt, as a defense event, when Vision defends, you prevent all damage from that defense. You stun the attacking enemy after that attack resolves. So then basically he'll get the attack out, but then he's going to get stunned for the next one.
Okay. Then we got Corrupted Programming. This is his obligation. Give to the Vision player. Treat your mass form upgrade text box as if it was blank, except for keywords. And as an alter ego, you exhaust your identity, remove corrupted programming from the game. So this is different than like the standard obligations, but at least it goes away.
Yeah. And this one does not flip you down to alter ego, so you do have to take the action to flip down if you get that. All right, then we've got his nemesis here is Ultron. Ultron is an elite android. He's got 6 health. He has schemes for 2, attacks for 2. He comes in with toughness, and as a force interrupt, when he attacks you, if Ultron drones is in play, you put the top card of your deck into play, face down, engage with you as a drone minion. So it is similar to the Ultron villain's power, but not quite the same.
All right. Then we got Ultron Unleashed. This is the side scheme. When revealed, you search the counter deck discard pile and set aside area for Ultron Drone and put it into play. Shuffle the encounter deck. Each player puts the top card of their deck as a face down drone minion. So, and it comes in with 3 threat.
And it's got a acceleration token on it.
Yeah.
And the Ultron drones here now. So this is an environment. So each, whenever this comes into play, each face down drone minion engaged with a player has a base scheme of 1, a base attack of 1, and has a base hit point of 1. So it's basically, it's the starting level, the version 1, level 1 of the Ultron villain.
This is the exact same card if you're playing Ultron villain. So you get a little mini Ultron scenario with whatever you're doing when Shadows comes out.
And after a face down drone minion is defeated, you place this card or you place that card in the owner's discard pile. So yeah, like Dave said, it's exactly like the original.
Yeah. All right. Then we got 2 copies of Relentless Android. When revealed, if Ultron Drone is in play, put the top 2 cards of your deck into play, face down, engage with you as a drone minion. Otherwise, discard 2 random cards from your hand. So Ultron Drones effectively is permanent, if Shadows comes out, but
it can be replaced with another treacher or with another environment.
Only if it has the same type of environment.
But this one doesn't have
that one doesn't go away. Yeah.
Okay, but there are some things that will bring them in outside of play if
Yeah, but that's why I have it in a different colored sleeve. But I'll put it in an orange sleeve if it there's one of the Kana Heroes standard sets that puts part of your encounter your nemesis set in. Okay, now we're going to go over some cards that we think are good for Vision's decks.
Okay, so one of the first ones we've got here is, so Vision does have the multiple forms, so he does like to flip between them. So in aggression here, we've got the surprise attack card. It's a 1-cost event. It's an attack event. As a hero response, after you change forms, you can deal 3 damage to an enemy, 4 damage if you paid for this with a strength resource. Okay, so right.
Then we got Lay Down the Law, which is a 1-cost event. Hero response, after you change forms, remove 3 threat from a scheme, 4 instead if you used a mental to pay for it. So it's a cheaper version of 4 justice.
Yep. All right. Then in leadership here, we have Moxie. Moxie's a 0-cost event. And then after you change forms, your hero gets +1 fort, +1 attack, and +1 defense until the end of the round. So this one's really nice to play whatever you switch between the forms to, and you need to do something there. Now
we got so now, like we said, Vivian's very important. So we got some kind of Voltron cards. So one of the things you got to make her sidekick, which is coming up. But this is side by side, 2-cost event. Let's see. A hero action. Ready your sidekick. Ready your hero and choose one. You can heal 1 damage from both characters, or both characters get +1 thwart and +1 attack till the end of the phase.
Right, and speaking of sidekick, it's the sidekick card. So this is a 1-cost upgrade. It's a title. You attach this to your identity-specific ally that you control. The attached ally gets +2 hit points and is your sidekick. As a response, after you make a basic recovery, you can heal 2 damage to the attached ally.
All right. And then again, you're going to want to keep Vivian alive. So we got Inspiring Presence. It's a 1-cost event. Play only if your identity has an Avenger trait, which you do. Hero action. Heal 1 damage from an ally and ready it. So this is, really good for getting an extra activation out of Vivian.
Okay. Next then, we've got the Sky Cycle. So the Sky Cycle is a 1-cost upgrade. You can attach it to an Avenger ally, which she is.
No,
she is not. Oh, is she? Wait a minute. No, I think she is actually, right?
No, she's Android Champion.
Oh, Android Champion. No, so you can't use that one.
No, honorary. I got an
honorary Avenger in. Oh, that's why. Okay.
So yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So you'd have to put an honorary Avenger on her first. But so honorary Avenger is play only if you have the Avenger trait. Attach to a friendly character. That friendly character gets +1 hit point and gains the Avenger trait.
And the Sky Cycle gives
now you're qualified for the Sky Cycle.
Then you can play the Sky Cycle. You can attach it to her, and she gets Aerial, and you can exhaust the Sky Cycle to ready that ally. Okay, that's why that was in there. Okay.
Yep. Then again, you want to keep her around. So the Reinforced Suit, it's a 1-cost upgrade attached to an ally, max 1 per ally. Attached ally gets +2 hit points.
Next year, though, just in case something does happen to her, you want to get her back as quick as you can. So we've got Rapid Response here. It's a 2-cost upgrade, max 1 per player. It's a preparation tactic. And this one is a hero response. After an ally you control is defeated, you can discard Rapid Response, and you put that ally back into play from your discard pile and deal 1 damage to it. Okay. So she does come back with 1 less activation, so with 1 hit point basically, but it brings her back. And then you have a chance to heal her or add other things that increase the hit points.
All right, and this one you'd have to have the honorary Avenger first, but attached to an Avenger ally, max 1 per ally. After the attached ally attacks or thwarts, you deal 1 damage to an enemy.
We've also got a copy of Inspired here. Inspired is a 1-cost upgrade. It's conditioned, but you attach it to an ally, max of 1 per ally. The attached ally gets +1 thwart and +1 attack.
Yeah, so then she can be a 4-2 or a 2-4. Then we got Leadership Skill. Max 1 per player. When your ally makes a basic thwart or basic attack action, remove 1 leadership counter here, and you can give them a +1 thwart or attack for that action.
Right, and then we didn't grab them, but there's also cards like Make the Call or the what's the side scheme that brings it out?
Call for Backup.
Call for Backup. Now, cards like that to where you can actually fish her out of the deck if you need to, but we didn't grab those. Those are ones that you can do. Pretty much they work with any ally that you want to try to get out. But
yeah,
and also we showed a lot of upgrades that are leadership heavy because that's really kind of where you get the most of them. But you can actually do that in other aspects as well. Leadership is where it tends to work the best.
Yeah, there's like a gun in basic, and then aggression's it's got a couple now.
Yeah.
Too. Okay, so then we got Jocasta here. She's a 3-cost ally, 2 thwart, 2 consequential, 1 attack, 1 consequential, 3 hit points. Android Avenger. You may play the event attached to Jocasta as if it were in your hand, and as a response, after she enters play, choose a defense event in your discard pile and attach it to her face down. But the big thing is she's an Android.
Right. Then we've got Protector. Protector is a 4-cost ally. She's an Android Avenger as well. 3 hit points. She thwarts for 1. She attacks for 3 with 2 consequential. But whenever Protector would take any amount of damage, you can spend a mental resource to reduce the amount of that damage by 1, limit once per round. So you can only reduce it by 1. You can't prevent all of it, but it does help her stick around a little bit longer. All
right. Then Okay, then we got Victor Bancha. He's 0 thwart, 0 attack, 4 hit points. Android Avenger. Reduce the amount of damage Victor takes from each attack by 1. So he's just a nice, meat shield. I
Yeah,
guess.
you can throw some things on him to increase his stats, but for the most part, he's basically there to absorb attacks for you. Then we've got the Perseverance, so it's a one-cost event. It's a tactic. A hero response, after you change form, you can give your hero a tough status card.
And this is a protection upgrade you can give to Vision. It's attached to a character, max 1 per character. When attached character would take any amount of damage, spend X energy resources, prevent X of that damage. So it's and that includes the consequential that she can take.
Yep. But you do have to have the resources to pay for that one. So if you're going to use that one, going to be prepared whenever you're building your deck to have the energy resources.
But we have a card that can address that as well.
Yes.
Then we got Ready for a Fight. It's a 1-cost upgrade. This requires a strength, max 1 per player. When an enemy would scheme, discard Ready for a Fight, change to hero form. That enemy attacks you instead.
And it just has to change to hero form. So, of course, whichever form, whichever mass form you're in doesn't necessarily change. So.
Right.
Right, and now, speaking of keeping Vivian alive, this is no classic from the base game, but this is First Aid. It's a one-cost event. As an action, you can heal 2 damage to any character.
All right, then we have a basic android, Machine Man, but his power is far from basic. 2-cost ally, 1 thwart, 1 attack, 3 hit points. Interrupt. When Machine Man attacks or thwarts, spin up to 3 resources of any type. Machine Man gets +1 thwart and +1 attack for each resource spent this way. And Machine Man would make a really good backup Voltron too, if you're doing a Voltron.
Well, he kind of almost Voltrons himself a little bit.
He does, but I mean, but if he has a base 4,
Yeah.
and then you throw all those upgrades on him.
Yeah, then he's a 7. All right, then let's see. The next card we've got here is Reboot. So this one is you can ready a friendly android character and heal 1 damage from it. It's a 1-cost event. But, so, yes, you can use this with anybody else, but Vision is by far the one who gets the most mileage out of this because he can actually use it for himself as well. So he can ready and reboot without having to go down. So that's.
But it's also really good on Vivian.
Yes, it is.
Then he's an Avenger, so Avenger Mansion, it's good for anybody, but 4-cost support, max 1 per player, exhaust Avenger Mansion, choose a player, that player draws a card. Okay.
And of course, speaking of how important Vivian is to the deck, this is a very good protection card for her that can be played in any aspect, but it's a 0-cost support. Front organization. It's a location. You can play it under any player's control, max 1 per player, but as an interrupt, when an encounter card effect would cause you to discard a card you control, you can discard this instead.
Right.
So if you're forced to ever discard, if you're ever forced to discard an ally,
so it's
you
good
can do that.
Yeah, good against caught off guard, but some specific ones says discard an ally or support you control, or something, and then it's like, I got Vivian with all these upgrades, the Voltron, that would really stink because all the upgrades go away with her.
Yeah.
Now this is a card that can help with the energy shield that we talked about, and also that one card that required a strength.
Yep.
3-cost support, Quinn Carrier, classic Avenger vehicle. Play only if identity has the Avenger trait. Exhaust it, and you gain a wild resource.
We've also got a copy of Team Building here, so it's a 2-cost support. You can exhaust Team Building Team Building exercise. I'm sorry. You can exhaust it to play a card from your hand, reducing the cost by 1, as long as it shares a trait with your hero. So then, of course, you've got Android and Avenger, and you also gain Aerial. So there's 3 different things that you can use that with.
All right, he has a lot of superpowers, so
I think it was 7. I think
something like that. So Depth Focus is a good card. It's a 1-cost upgrade, max 1 per player. Exhaust Depth Focus, reduce the resource cost of the next superpower card you play this turn by 1.
11, not 7. So 11 of them. So yeah, it's actually a really good card. That actually could be potentially worth 2 of those if you're planning on doing a lot of that. Then also talking about the change in the forms, we've got Ready to Rumble. It is a one-cost upgrade. It's condition. Played under any player's control, max 1 per player. But as a hero response, after you change form, you can discard this to ready your hero.
Yeah. And that includes changing dense form,
Yes.
density form. All right. Then we got Plan B here. Play under any player's control, max 1 per player. Exhaust Plan B and discard 1 random card from your hand. Deal 2 damage to an enemy. Now, when you're intangible, you are not allowed to attack or defend. This is not an attack, so this is a way to do damage. Like if you draw this, you have this card out and you've gone to intangible form.
Yeah,
so it's kind of nice.
And along the same veins, we also have Plasma Pistol, which is a 2-cost upgrade here. It's tech weapon. This one is restricted, but and uses 3 charge counters, but you can exhaust it and remove 1 charge counter from it to deal 1 damage to an enemy. So it is only 1, but it can kind of help you whittle down a little bit again without having to change mass or to change your mass form. So you can do it while you're intangible.
Okay. So yeah. So it's been a while since I played Vision, but yeah, he's got as an Avenger, of course, you can play any of the cards that say you can only play if you're an Avenger. So you've got all those kind of cards, which we didn't pull out because
this would be a much longer video.
Yeah. And then like all the old school strategies with Avengers apply. But yeah, he's pretty fun. And I admit between the two, because Shadowcat I feel was kind of an improved version on this, but this had the same concept. I just like Shadowcat, where you play the game where you try to be intangible at the end of the hero phase so that you take no damage during the villain phase. This only allows you to flip once, but you still can control because he's got a lot of cards. Some cards are only allowed in one form or the other, and then the nice thing is like, some of his cards where he attacks or thwarts, it's like, oh, well, we need thwart. Okay, I'll play this after I flip to intangible, or oh, I need to attack. I need to do it when I'm dense or something, So there's a lot of manipulation during your turn.
Yeah, and I actually think I'm kind of a little bit on the side that I think I actually like Vision a little bit better because Vision is not as risky. Because it's not as easy to catch him off guard as it is to catch Shadowcat, because if she's caught in the wrong form, it can really hurt her.
Yeah,
and he can control his form a little bit better than her. So I think that's what I liked better about Vision. So
yeah,
but I mean they're both really good. They're both very similar in styles, but yeah.
But Vision, and the downside, in my opinion, on Vision on intangible is you reduce the damage by 2. You don't ignore the damage.
Yes,
like she does, but as soon as she defends, you've got to flip to solid. So there is that. Yeah, but anyways, so that was our hero review of Vision. We got Valkyrie to wrap up the last of the Mad Titan Shadows. So look forward to that coming soon. And thank you for watching, everyone. Please like and subscribe.
And if you want to see more content by us, go ahead and hit that notification bell down there, and you'll get alerts whenever we post new videos.
All right.
All right.